anytime you're looking at climbing a rope, this is going to be the latest and greatest and the best option for you. We have our new Edelrid hand cruiser. This is a major redo of a handle descender. Previously, we had this option. Basically, this was a pretty standard hand descender. It worked out really well, but nothing too fancy. We really looked at the market and what we could do to improve those ascenders, and the hand cruiser is going to represent that. So it's all about ergonomics, like everything is with Edelrid, particularly on our rope access side. So we've got a much more ergonomic handle here. You can see it's a nice big rubber butt for your hand to sit into there, nice and comfortable for ascending. But what's really unique is going to be the overall shape of the carabiner. So something you'll notice compared to a traditional ascender, it has a little bit of a more ergonomic bend off this direction to the top, and then when you turn it sideways, it also has that bend there. And what that's going to do is when you're hanging from the rope, it's actually going to sit a lot more comfortably and in line with that rope. Your wrist is going to be a lot more in line as opposed to with the traditional one where you have a bend. So if you're ascending a rope for a long period of time, or perhaps for an 8-hour day while you're working, this is going to be a lot more comfortable on your wrist throughout the day. That's one of the most amazing upgrades to this. Something we've also looked at is for that rope access person who is ascending with a chest ascender or a knee ascender and only wants one hand ascender, we've made this top to be a larger, more ergonomic fit so you can fit that other hand on top of it. Once again, compared to that traditional one where it's not very comfortable to kind of get your hand on top and really pull down on it. This is going to allow you to really grab onto that and pull down. From there, some kind of nice benefits we've also seen. If you've ever done any big wall climbing, you feel like there's not enough space to clip everything you need to onto that ascender as you're going up. So now we've got this large opening. We can fit 3 of our steel carabiners in there. So probably about 6 of our mission carabiners might fit into there. And another nice feature is this opening up top, and this is designed specifically if you're using a rad system for ascending and you're using a carabiner with a pulley built into that for that system. So in conjunction with the hand cruiser, we've developed a new line of carabiners, the Axiom family, and the Axiom is going to be available with this locking slider mechanism as well as a non-locking one, and those will be color coded accordingly. So the slider will be green or our Oasis color, and the non-locker will be our Ice Mint or blue color. And we've designed them in conjunction with the hand cruiser because they'll sit right in this upper hole, which is perfect for using a rad ascent system. So if you're using a project capture device on your harness, you're climbing up with your foot loop on here, you can pull yourself up and redirect the rope through this carabiner. So the pulley is going to offer a much higher efficiency when you're doing it over top of a regular carabiner. So if you're ascending a long ways, that's going to make your life a whole lot easier. And we've specifically looked at this hole and the size of the carabiner, so you can see this rests at the exact height where you can get the most efficiency out of it without having to worry about the rope overlapping with the device, rubbing on the device to create friction, or conversely, if you, say in a traditional ascender that only has one large hole, you'd be putting this in another carabiner down below, which would then significantly limit how much progress you can go up every time you pull the rope. The slider version is going to be 68 grams with the non-locking gate being a similar weight, and the non-locking version will be available for $39.95 and the slider version will be $49.95. The hand cruiser will be available in a left-hand version and a right-hand version, and they'll be different colors. They're going to be sold separately, and they'll round up to 200 grams and be available for $89.95. We're redoing our entire ascender system, our chest ascender, our foot ascender, knee ascender, everything is getting this new kind of more ergonomic upgrade. So the hand cruiser would be for anyone who needs to climb a rope. So whether you're climbing a big wall, you're jugging a route or jugging a rope for development or setters at a climbing gym, or if you're a rope access technician and maybe you're an arborist, you're climbing a tree, you're climbing a wood turbine, whatnot. Anytime you're looking at climbing a rope, the hand cruiser is going to be your best option. And the biggest reason is that much more ergonomic system. So generally as we're climbing a rope, it's a lot of strain on our bodies. This is going to alleviate that strain, be much more comfortable and efficient, and leave you that strength for the rest of what you're doing. We've specifically designed it so it does feel like it's a little bit of a bigger space, but it's specifically designed to be easy to open. I have relatively tiny hands, and I can still access it no problem. We've also put in a nice little indent here, so it sits right on top of that and sits nice and securely. You don't have to worry about bumping it when you don't want to, but it's very easy to manipulate with your one hand. There might be one on the market that is a tiny bit lighter weight, but if you want lightweight for sending a rope, you could look at something like our Spock instead.